Sitting was recorded on the 18th of April 1963, medium Leslie Flint.
Well, that was all behind the deck.
But how does you account for this luminous light on the table?
Yes.
And near this picture, there's a luminous sort of glow. It's interesting in any case.
It's interesting. I mean, to that, really. It's just that kind of visualize it as that was good clear answer. Or it's a big material experience. That was all that behind it. There's no one out there to tell.
Certainly is. Graham's gone out, his father's probably asleep in the hall down. Who's Alfredo?
Alfredo here. Does that please you?
Oh,
And what do you think of the power today? It is better even than last time. I have looked forward for this so very much. You cannot tell how much I have looked forward to this, because it means so much to me in every sense. I want you to be absolutely sure, both of you, because together you have an extraordinary combination of power. Don't ask me why, I don't know. It does not seem so strong when the other circle are here, or anyone else for that matter. But between you there is a unique something that I don't profess to understand, which I think would be marvelous for experiment, apart from coming to speak to you. Besides, I think that if we were to continue like this, we might have something quite extraordinary that you might be able to do something about, because it is unusual. I don't know, it is something even I don't profess to understand. There is a unique power here, and that somehow you seem to be like positive and negative. There is a sort of something that is extraordinary. I have been so thrilled at this. Last time I couldn't do anything else. It was impossible to speak as well. Today I find I can speak as well as help in this other matter, which could develop into my being able eventually to build up so that you could see me as well as hear me. And then if we can get photographs, that would be tremendous.
Well, it is unexpected, isn't it?
It is more than unexpected. It is so extraordinary. I don't profess at this moment to know the answers. Probably I should know more about it, but there are several scientists here, apart from myself, of course, who are experimenting with this power, which is quite unique.
Well, and other people in the room, it doesn't take the same opinion.
It is not quite the same. I don't understand it. I told you, I don't know whether it is that other people in some way inhibits it, I don't know. But together, when you are alone, the two of you, it is a perfect blending. There is nothing to distract. There is no discord, no disharmony. It's as if there is a perfect atmosphere and a perfect vibration. It's infinitely superior to any circle.
Goodness me, we've been at loggerheads for years.
Don't be so silly. You have not been at loggerheads. You only think you have. Besides, that is something of a material nature which you somehow doesn't seem to affect this. This is a psychic thing. It's nothing to do with material things.
Yes, I don't know why I said I disturbed lately. I have no idea, you know.
Well, I know why.
Oh, you do?
Because you were great enemies in a previous incarnation.
Where were you? Tell us.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Why do you think? For a long time, I have been hedging. Is that what you call it?
Yes.
Because I did not want to say certain things, because one thing, I did not think the time was ripe.
No.
And secondly, I wanted to be quite sure that when I did mention certain things, that both of you, for one thing, would be more amicable. And there was a different atmosphere. He was Cesare,
Yes, that's no surprise to me. I've suspected it for a long, long time.
We have been linked together several times. In fact, we have all been blended and entwined. Sometimes we have been very close.
Yes.
Sometimes there has been great enmity. But that is human progression. That is human life. It is the unfoldment and the development of human souls going through stages of evolution from one phase to another, from one plane to another. It is all the time happening. And now there is a gradual dawning of realization, and I think, in fact I am sure, that when the time comes for you to come here and him to return here and others, it will be the perfect blending of the whole. Everyone who has been part of this now is beginning to fit, as you say, into place in a harmonious group. It has been necessary for everyone that has been involved to experience many things, and sometimes it has been necessary to be tasted, and sometimes to be tried. Now there is this more perfect understanding, this more perfect love ensuing from all these complexities of evolution. I feel that we are beginning now to piece together the puzzle, and the picture is gradually being revealed, and that is what I want very much to be revealed eventually in a book, so that others can begin to perceive of this truth and understand how it works and why it is, and also perhaps make them think more deeply and seriously about themselves, and begin to find where they fit in and what part they have to play in their own particular group, because all souls are group souls, and though ours is a special group, as it were, in which we are all linked, there are many other groups involving many other peoples, and once these groups form together and link up and begin to do the work which has been set them, especially while they are still on earth, once that has been set in motion and begins to take form and place, then the world in consequence will change accordingly, and there will be great blessings fall upon mankind in consequence. We are all working in this. Some are here, some are on your side, but those that are on your side are having to do the work which is left them to do under the dictation of souls on this side who are linked with them by these old ties which have been going on for centuries. Those of you who are on earth have been sent back for a deliberate purpose, not only to work out your own evolution, but also to start others evolving and start groups forming, so that from those groups others shall form eventually. In other words, we are all working together for the common good of human progression. We are all playing an important part. Some seem to be playing perhaps on the surface a more important part than others, but each and every one has a part to play, and no one can escape, and though they may sometimes feel they would wish to. It could seem so with some people, but really it is a circle, and there is no breaking of this circle. It is evolving and going round and round all the time, and each person involved in this is a link in a chain. Though there are and have been weak links, they are being strengthened, and by knowledge and by faith and by experience, each and every one will see the path that they have to tread, and each one will play his or her part in consequence. You are all doing what you can. At the moment there may be restrictions, but they are but temporary things. They will pass away. At the moment I am so thrilled and excited because there are certain things that are happening which I am sure very shortly you will see the benefit. In fact, I am convinced it is not so long now before you will begin to see certain benefits accrue, not necessarily in a material sense, although they will have a material significance, but the spiritual significance is tremendous. And well, I don't know how, in what way, or in what words one can describe or depict something which, after all said and done, is so basically of a spiritual nature that words are inadequate and impossible to find to explain. But this, together, the two of you, is the beginning of something which I think will open up the eyes of many people. You may at the moment find this puzzling, but don't think because of this that the group, that is the circle, is unimportant. That is still vitally important, because what we can do here will strengthen and develop the power behind the circle, and possibly will hasten its progression. That is what I'm hoping. But it is an extraordinary thing how the manifestation of the power, when the two of you are together like this, it is, to my way of thinking, even more than I dared hope.
Wonderful. It is awfully surprising, I must admit.
You notice how, as I speak to you, the light weakens.
Yes. Yes.
When I do not speak, for instance, if I did not speak perhaps from your point of view for a quarter of an hour, it would come very bright in here. But the more energy or power I use to speak, the less likely it is that the light will continue. But we shall see. What should we talk about?
The book there, I've taken the second chapter now is being edited. You know that I'm getting help with this?
Yes.
Yes. Well, we're getting on really quite fast with it. And I'll get it retyped. And I hope as quickly as possible so that we won't be held up anymore.
By the way,
Yes.
talking about perhaps what might be considered material things,
Yes, sir.
you know, I promise, Bouquet, and you will get it. Don't worry about the methods.
Oh, lovely.
They may seem very material, but you will see from it will come good for all concerned.
Oh, splendid. Oh, that'll put his mind at rest there. That's good.
What were you saying?
I was saying about the book. Did you know that I was getting help with getting it edited?
Yes, I do know about it.
Oh, you do?
And the person is a great help,
Yes.
and someone you did not expect.
Oh, I didn't expect, not from that source at
But
all.
it is the right source.
Oh.
And we have to find the persons for you when at the moment it is the right time, you see.
Yes.
This
Yes, you
person will be a great blessing.
Oh, how lovely. So we should get on quite quickly with that, up to
Yes.
the last chapter.
You will, and much faster. It will
And-
relieve George.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry about that business, but he got it off his chest and...
Never mind. But make sure you do not miss next time.
Yes, I'm trying not to.
Don't let trivialities.
I know, I do try. Really.
I know it is easy for me to say do not let trivialities interfere.
Yes, I know.
But these trivialities are difficult at times to avoid, but you should be able to overcome them.
I do.
Both of you.
Yes. You see, if I just lose my balance one little bit, George hasn't learnt yet to hold, keep his head when I lose mine. And I've gone for months and months without it. You know? I do try, really.
When are you coming again?
What, as a circle?
No, you alone.
I don't know, ask Leslie.
What? I don't know, about once a month we said, didn't we?
Yes.
Didn't we say that?
Every fortnight, we see. It was every fortnight, wasn't it, really?
If you like, every week. But fortnightly will have to do if that is the best you can arrange.
Well, it's up to Leslie, really.
Anyway, we shall see. When you come here, I shall be here. And at least I cannot always promise, but I will do everything in my power. You know that. Don't worry about the book. It is going to be all right. And the details and all the things that are necessary for it will be given to you. But at the moment I am interested in certain scientific, at least I consider it scientific, at least a scientist here I can learn from it from that point of view. And don't forget your camera.
No. What, for here now?
Yes, and also in the circle. Because it is important to tell George I send my blessings to him and the members of the circle, give them my love. And please don't worry, Alfredo is the name.
Alfredo? Why Alfredo? That's a new one.
You do not like the name Alfredo?
No, I prefer Alfonso.
All right, you can have Alfonso.
Yes, I prefer that.
Why do you prefer Alfonso to Alfredo?
Because I knew you as Alfonso.
All right.
And it was still your name this time.
All right, Alfonso. But I have a reason for Alfredo, too. You don't seem to see the significance of that either.
No, I don't, because I can't place it. Tell me then. Why Alfredo? I haven't got that. That's another period, isn't it? Alfredo. No, oh, do help me out with that. That's another period, isn't it?
It is a later period.
A later one? Oh, Florence. Go on.
But Alfonso is the one which we were very much associated, as you know,
Yes.
and the medium was Cesare.
Yes.
But also we were brothers long ago
Yes.
in ancient Pompeii. But we have been much linked and associated, all of us, in ancient Egypt, in ancient Greece. 3 times we have been incarnated in Italy.
Gracious.
And there was an incarnation in Spain. But of these incarnations I will talk another time. But there are times when, as I draw near to the earth, I sometimes draw upon memories and draw upon experiences of long ago. Sometimes, perhaps even in my own mind, there can sometimes be a little confusion.
Yes.
To put things in their proper perspective and put everything in its correct order is not always easy. I have to be very careful on this, especially for the book.
Yes.
But Alfonso was my name in the incarnation of the Borgia family,
Yes.
Valentino. But there are many others, and we must discuss these at length sometime.
Oh, yes, I'm glad.
I must go. The power is weakening.
All right.
But all my blessing, remember me to all, and continue and know that all is well in everything that we are doing, and we are doing much, much better than any of you can realize at the moment anyway. But this power here with you and the medium is ideal. I must go. Goodbye, and don't forget, as soon as possible. Goodbye.
Next week.
Bye.
Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Vicky.
I'm sure.
I hope so.
It's extraordinary, isn't it? Do you find it extraordinary, or do you just now accept it all? Or what?
Well, I knew this.
You knew what?
I knew that you were Cesare.
Well, I never even thought